Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Will Power Astrology. This is Will, and I'm going to be talking about the full moon in Taurus 1 week from today. This is Friday. The full moon in Taurus is happening next Friday, November 19th at around 2 a.m. Mountain Time. So, what that means is in Scorpio season, we're in the northern hemisphere, we're talking about fall and release. And Scorpio new moon cycle is all about kind of letting go. I talked about kind of Marie Kondo, letting go of things. So the full moon shines a light on what remains or what is still of value or of worth in this time of like release and letting go. The leaves are falling, but the roots are still strong. That's that type of moment. So the full moon in Taurus is what is mine, what is me, what is my stuff, what is my what makes me feel good, what is providing for my needs, what's providing for my material, tangible earth sign needs. Um, so this full moon is of particular importance because this kicks off the next series of eclipses. The eclipses have been happening in Gemini and Sagittarius since about last spring, last May. And so they've been in this sign of information and philosophy, of communication and discourse and like all this kind of stuff. So we're coming out of the North Node in Gemini and it's going backwards. So as the eclipses change, the North Node is going to shift into the sign of Taurus in January, on January 18th. So about a month from this full moon, this lunar eclipse, when the eclipses change into Taurus and then into Scorpio for about the next year and a half, the North Node's going to shift. So this is the first of a series of changes. So we're in Scorpio season, so it changes. It's going to be a lunar eclipse cycle. So it's about 3 to 6 months of wherever 27 degrees of Taurus lands in your chart. So that's where we're building. What do you want to build that wasn't there before? We had to clear the ground. We had to clear the way for Scorpio to happen. And now we're planting seeds with Taurus. What do we want to build? We want to grow. What is our garden? What do we want to yield from our garden? By the time this eclipse cycle has run its course through the next 3 to 6 months on this one, but through the next year and a half with the Taurus and eclipse axis, Taurus and Scorpio eclipse axis. So it's just some energies changing. We're going from this era of kind of misinformation to this era of values. Like, what do we value? We're gonna we want to make things concrete. Things have been so kind of shifty and so kind of like, I don't know, what about you? And what about this? What about that? We want to make things more solid in this next quality of time over the next year and a half or so. So what do we want to build? What do you want to build? Where you want to grow some coins, where you want to stack up some worth and some value? That's where we're kind of at right now in this moment. We'll kind of eclipse through the next year. So just kind of be mindful of that energy, what we're building, what we're doing, how, like, what seeds we're planting, how that's going to grow. Because all this stuff happens over the next little while. Into the next couple of months, we're going to have before the next new moon, Neptune is going to go direct at 20 degrees of Pisces. So we're going to have that forward action going on. And I think then all of the and then once Uranus goes direct in January on the 18th with the North Node. So Uranus is going to go direct in the sign of Taurus, and the North Node is going to move into the sign of Taurus. All this shit, it's all affecting it in January on the 18th. So, and then a month from now, we're going to have Venus retrograde. So Venus retrograde, this stuff goes direct. Like, it's going to be bam, bam, bam. All this stuff is flipping and turning into earth signs. And with the North Node about to make this pass over over Uranus over the next year and a half or so, it's going to be really unexpected, kind of tumultuous times. I made a post about the North Node in Taurus, kind of memorializing things from the past. We want a statue like the Academy Awards, or we want to make a holiday, or we want to establish a country or a state. We want to establish boundaries, like boundaries, what's mine and what's yours. This is going to be a big thing over the next year and a half. The U.S. border, all that type of stuff. Refugees, civil rights, going to be making some big moments and things happening. So the next month or so, as all this energy is shifting, um, month or two into January, this New Year's is going to really bring about a different quality of time. After New Year's, all the planets are going to be um, direct. So we're going to have like whoa, 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 all this like new energy, new momentum, new stuff into next summer, and then it's going to carry us into 23, 24, which is going to be nuts, you guys. Like, so build what needs to be built now to withstand a bunch of series of changes that are going to be taking place in 23, 24. That's my astrology, and I'm sticking to it. Bam.